we are now conducting the City Hall, I guess the Mississauga City Hall video surveillance pop-in test on the City of Toronto. There's one right there. There's a buddy right there. So let's see whether, let's see what happens here. We're going to go around this way. Every time I move down, it's to give somebody some privacy. Now notice they've got signs for no bicycle parking. I'll give these people some privacy here. And they got another sign here. And there's a sign right there. Let's see what it says. And yet we've also got interesting. Okay, I think there we go. People are going in. There's 3 main doors, and it's very, very important to be. Oh, here we go. And in fact, you got a buddy right there. This area may be monitored, personal information is collected, so, there's a warning on this door to their credit. Let's go look at the other one. Yeah, I see it over here too. So I have no problems with that. There's one here, there's another buddy right there. And, they say it's collected under this act. And you can give the information at the main floor. So it's got everything in compliance. And let's just go over one more place here. And we've got here, and it's as expected. And I say good for them. We have a situation right here where we have a signage and then another buddy right there. So good, I got no problems. Thumbs up, Toronto. 35. And I was successful in securing the City of Toronto video surveillance policy, and I have to say it's really, really impressive. There's a lot of mention of the guidelines, provincial guidelines for video surveillance in public spaces, and very, very impressed at how extensive it is, and addressing such things as making sure that there are justification for video surveillance cameras prior to installation, prior to use. What's really impressive is the safeguards that appear to be in place, and I stress appear to be in place. And I put in a Freedom of Information request to see whether they really did do a threat assessment or an assessment regarding the need for a video surveillance camera at any place. But it looks like there probably is such a thing, because there is the form that looks like security people are required to fill out. So very, very impressive, and looks like, procedures, comments, yes, no, an easy checklist. And I have done a Freedom of Information request on these particular documents. And then the other thing, again, really impressed with this, is there's mention in the policy of the training checklist. And sure enough, it looks here, and this is a training of not just in-house security personnel, but also any contract security guards or personnel who may be making use under this policy. And again, it's right there as a checklist, and I have asked for Freedom of Information on it. So certainly the appearance is that the City of Toronto has, prior to passing this in July 2006, it looks like they checked with the Toronto Police Services Board, and check to see that they were going to hold public meetings and everything else. This, of course, has to still be confirmed, and that's what I've done here, is I filled out and paid for 5 Freedom of Information requests. So we'll see what happens there. This one is an impressive document between that and the... I don't want to say too much about the video surveillance cameras here inside Toronto City Hall, but I'm impressed. I would be really surprised if the Freedom of Information comes up dry on this. I really like to think that Toronto Corporate Security are following these guidelines and their own policy, but in the next 60, 90, 120 days, we'll find out just how close their own compliance and procedures are. But so far, it looks pretty good.